Hey there YouTube, it's Math Bowler. Welcome to my TTM Monday autograph recap video. Last week, the week of February 25th, 2024, I received 84 autographs from 22 people, including 10 points for Team 80s in Caleb's Battle of the Decades Challenge. So we got 10 points. I'm going to show you all 22 returns in the order with which I received them. I'll let you know how many items I sent, how long it took, if I sent a donation, but I will not give out addresses. Those can easily be found on SCN or SCF. So here we go. First up, I'd never sent a Jim Duffalo before. 4 of 3 in 13 days, signed in a thin blue Sharpie. So we got some nice 1960s cards here. The 63, the 65, and the 61 team card. Very cool. And looks like he had to write a couple of times to get that one started, but I'm glad he did that start on the index card before jumping to the cards. Alright, next up, I have sent to him before in the past. This is a point for Team 80s. We got 4 of 4 in 20 days from Walt Terrell. Very cool. Oh, he looks a little bit angry throwing that one. Got an 88 score. It might be a traded. Yep, 88 or 89 score traded. And there's the 89 Bowman. I've been working on a lot of these bigger size cards for the Battle of the Decades Challenge. Next up is a point for Team 80s. 4 of 4, 13 days. Bryn Smith. Got him on the Diamond Kings. And some Topps Big. Here we go. On the 88 and the 89 here. And the 89 Bowman. Next up is not a point for Team 80s. We're going back to the 60s. 2 of 2, 13 days. Never sent to Bill Daly. At least I think that's how you say his name, Daly. On the 63 and the 64. Very cool. Next up is a point for Team 80s. 3 of 3 in 13 days. Frank Tanana. He did include his religious booklet, but they're no longer signed. They're facsimile type, so I don't really show that in the video anymore, but it's really nice that he sends those. Next up is a point for Team 80s. Never sent to Mark Smithson. Nice autograph. 4 of 4, 13 days. Look at that. Pretty autograph. Come on the 88 Fleer and the 88 Fleer update. And of course on the Topps Big. So next up is not a point for Team 80s, but it's pretty cool. It's a 5 of 4 as he signed the index card in 13 days. Dave Dowling, who has multi-headed cards here on the 1965. I believe this one's a semi-high number. On the 66, 482. We'll call it semi-high number. And on the 67. I think I have a couple of those completed, so those ones will probably just stay. And on the 65... card where they were celebrating the previous year of the World Series. He was a member of that team. So very cool. Bible verse is fine with me. Next up is our first timer. Let's go to some vintage 70s football with Charlie West. Signed 6 of 4 in 7 days as he signed my protective index card and the back of my note, which was also an index card. So very cool. So this was actually a pretty neat idea. I mean, I send these out if it's like, well, he'll sign another card. Let me see. Oh, there's a team card with him listed on it. Great. He signed the back. Actually looks pretty appropriate right there. So thank you. And there he signed on the autograph card, which he did like in a thin blue Sharpie. The rest were in those black Sharpies. So the index cards, he did that with the thin blue Sharpie as well. So thank you. And he did sign the index card. Next up is a first timer. I'm surprised it took this long to send to him. Got some of these early 60s, late 80s cards of Ken Willard. 4 of 4 in 7 days as he wrote the years he played. Very cool. Alright, there's the 68 to finish that out. Hey, now we're going to get back to Team 80s. 3 of 3, 28 days. Never sent to Bill Schroeder before. What's he doing with that bat? He's not going to hit the ball very far. What the... Just kidding. I can respect small ball. Alright, and there he's on the 88 Bowman. Alright, let's go back into the 60s. I've never sent to him before. I mean, I have cards of him. 4 of 2. He signed both index cards in 15 days with a $5 donation. It's my first donation. We got Buddy Bradford on the 68 and on the 69. He signed the protective index card, and he signed... Oh, wait. That was the other index, the other note where it was signed there. Anyway, he also signed that. Great. Next up, Team 80s. 5 of 4, as he signed an index card in 9 days. Ernie Whitt. Had a nice amount of index cards that were signed in addition to the cards. That was pretty cool. Alright, let's get back into 70s football. Not a point for Team 80s. We have 4 of 3 in 10 days. He wrote Baltimore Colts and a jersey number on every one of the cards, in addition to his signature, Stan White. Very cool of him to do that. God bless Stan White, John 3:16, 14:6. Very nice. All right, so let's go to vintage baseball. To the 60s we go. Never sent to him before, but I have cards of him. 5 of 4. He signed both index cards, the protective index card and the back of my note. It's the third person that did that this video. It doesn't usually even happen maybe once a month, 3 times in a week. Anyway, yeah, 5 of 3, 17 days, Terry Fox. On the 62, the 63, and the 67. He signed my protective index card, and he signed the back of my note that I send out. Next up's a little bit confusing. Now, I actually had received points from him for Team 80s, but once again, he did 1 of 2 in 59 days. I just saw someone get 2 of 2 back, so I'm confused. I don't know. We got Mike done, and I kind of wish he would have signed the big card instead of that random 80s Fleer insert card, but it's all good. Next up, I've already gotten points from him too. He has a fee, so I don't mind sending to him. It's 5 of 5, 24 days with a $5 donation. So we got him on a couple of classic cards. Jose Leaned, Chico, second baseman for the Pirates. That previous card was like a gold one, I believe, or black gold or whatever from Leaf. And there's the reason why I actually sent to this guy so quickly again. When I had sent him 5 cards, I accidentally put the Sid Bream instead of the Jose Leaned in there. So now we got him on the 89 Bowman. Alright, next up, Team 80s. Never sent a Gerald Young before. This was a 3 of 3 in 11 days. Oh, I'm looking at my notes a little harder. Correction, that's a 3 of 4. I'm curious what card I sent him. Did I send him one of the bigs and didn't get it back? I don't know. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, next up, this is from the 70s. 3 of 3, 80 days, longest wait of the week. Steve Tannen on the 73, the 74, and the 75. Nice little run. All right, next up, I've never sent to this person before. Team 80s, we got Bill Wegman. Not much of an autograph. It's pretty much W or BW with a G. You know, it's smooth and fluid. 4 of 4, 11 days from Steve Wegman. It's a neat little insert set there. And the top's big, and the A9 Bowman. Next up is $5 per. So, yeah, I've only sent out, this only cost me $30 in donations total, and 20 of them came from Steve Sachs. First time sending to him, 4 of 4, 32 days. So that's pretty cool. We get Steve Sachs back. 2 more returns to go. 22 returns. That's great. And they're both first-timers. This next one is from the 60s. We got Bob Humphreys, who signed 4 of 4 in 18 days. I forget who it was who, I don't know, about 6 months ago got a return from him. And, you know, I picked up some cards and finally sent out to him. Finishing off with the 71, or the 70 there. Okay, back to football. 70s and 80s. So a point for Team 80s. 4 of 4, 11 days from David Whitehurst. Fills up the card with his autograph. Seems to write every letter of his name. Very nice. There's Team 80s. There's Team 80s. And the autograph card. So, bam! Let me know in the comments below What was your favorite? I didn't really have anyone that was a clear runaway for me, but it was cool to get the 4 Steve Sachs cards. I upload 3 videos a week, a TTM video on Monday, and an autograph and or trading card video on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I really would appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Take care, everybody.